In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front exterior door handle on this Lexus IS250. Let's get started. Up by the door handle, there's a panel or a little trim piece that covers one of the mounting screws. So with a small screwdriver, pry it out from the backside, and with a Phillips head screwdriver, remove that screw. Let's remove the master switch panel. Use a plastic trim tool, gently pry it up from the front and then the rear so we can get access to the connector. If you flip it over, you can unplug the two connectors, press on the locking tab and pull them away. Set the switch aside. Now with either a Phillips head screwdriver or a 10mm socket, remove the bolt, or the screw I should say, holding on the door panel support onto the door itself. Go around the perimeter of the door panel with a plastic trim tool and pop it away from the door itself so we can release the panel. Now lift it straight up and out. Okay. Let's unhook the door handle and lock indicator cable. Pull this out and unhook it. Set those aside. A little bit further down, we have a connector for the tweeter speaker. Unplug that. And a little bit further down, we have a connector for the seat memory switches. At the bottom of the door, you'll see the courtesy light. The connector can't be unplugged because it'll hit this, but if you push out on the entire lens assembly, you can take it and disconnect it once it's popped out of the door by pressing on the locking tab. You can take this out and just temporarily resecure this so you don't misplace it. Let's peel the vapor barrier off. First thing I will do is unplug the door latch switch, set it aside, and now carefully peel this away. This butyl tape is very sticky, and try not to get it on your clothes or your hair or anything like that because it is very, very difficult to clean off. As you do this, make sure you feed any wires or cables through their opening. And you want to take this off completely. The vapor barrier has this harness that goes through it. You can either unplug the entire harness and feed it through, or you can make a very small and precise cut right here, which will allow you to pull the vapor barrier out of the way, and at the end, all you need to do is just tape this back together. Now through the upper opening of the door, you'll see several fasteners. The one we need to remove is actually this T30 Torx bolt or screw right here. And what that does is it'll let go of the inner part of the door handle on the end of it. It won't actually allow you to remove anything just yet, but we do need to loosen it up all the way. This won't come out, neither will the white plastic piece, but make sure it is completely unthreaded. Right below it is the electrical connector for the door handle. Press on the tab that's underneath and pull it out. There we go. Now on the outside of the door, you'll see this plastic cap. Carefully take it off. I'm using a metal screwdriver. Typically, a plastic trim tool is going to be a lot more difficult to fit in here. It is quite a tight fit. And once you take it out, you'll see a T30 Torx bolt that's right in there. You're gonna have to loosen that up just like we loosened up the other one. It will not come out. It is held in here by these little tabs, so loosen it all the way. All right. Now from the outside, you can remove this cap if you'd like to, or maybe yours is already broken. Regardless, remove the entire lock cylinder assembly, just like this. Set that aside. And now the door handle, what we'll have to do is basically pull backwards and out at the same time. that will unlatch it from the door. And the wire has to come with it, of course. So just wiggle it, make sure it doesn't get caught on anything, and there it is. If your gasket came off with the door handle, make sure you reinstall one before the new handle goes on. Take the new handle, feed that wire through, slide the front end in, and then this end. And you'll have to find its spot that it wants to seat in. So kind of push and wiggle at the same time. Make sure the gasket doesn't fall off. There we go. Off of the lock cylinder, if you wanted to change your cap out for the new one, just take a little screwdriver, pop the old one off. Take your new one, hook it onto the top first. I know it doesn't look like the top because I have it upside down, but you hook it up here first, and then you just press it on, and that's locked in. Now take the door lock cylinder and slide it back in. Perfect. Tighten up the Torx bolt from the outside. Just make it snug, doesn't need to be very tight. It's only holding on to the door lock cylinder. And now, of course, don't forget to put that little cap back on. Make sure this wire is routed back where it was originally so it doesn't get caught in the window. Once you get it hooked in there, reconnect it. Make sure that clicks. And let's tighten up that Torx bolt once again. If you're doing this by hand, just like the other one, about 1/8 of a turn after it bottoms out, make it nice and snug. Let's put the vapor barrier back on. Slide your cables and wires through where they were supposed to go. And stick it back to the door. Plug this in. Right over here, if you wanted to, you could tape this back shut. Now let's plug this light back in. However, if you remember, we had to unclip the assembly, so we'll push it back out. Stick the wire through the door panel, reattach it, and then clip this back in. Reconnect your electrical connectors on the back of the door. Although these look similar, they can only plug into one spot. And now, of course, the cables. The green cable is going to be the door handle. And the white one, the door lock. Okay. Now take the door panel, hook it right up and over this lip of the door. All right. With everything lined up, tap the door panel in. All the push clips that are around it should snap in and kind of lock it into place. All right, let's put this screw back in. All right, reconnect your switches. And press it in. This hole needs to line up with this tab, and same in the front. If these don't line up, don't press it because they can easily break, and that should lock in. And the screw up top. Snug it up. It's only holding into plastic, so you don't want to strip that out or it won't hold on very well. And then, of course, the cap that hides it. And job is done.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.